Hello, Bricklebork. Hello, Mage Fangs. What is happening? How is everybody's week going? How is it going? How is it going? I can't talk right now. Hoo-hoo! Hoo-hoo! My day has been a little hectic. In a good way. In a good way, actually. I got 2 big packages today. Business expenses. I got a new monitor, so I can stop borrowing Case's monitor. And I got a printer. I got a printer! Because you guys donated and we made it to the $200 goal, and I was able to get a printer and print out stickers. You guys want to see them? If you haven't already. Can I? Oh no. Hang on, let me make sure this look. Nope. Because I have a new monitor, things are going to do this. I forgot to check that one. Alright. Check it out, Moonpie stickers! All the merch tier patrons are going to be getting these in the next few days. She's very, skeptical. I think she was mostly confused at why I was saying her name so I can get her attention. She's like, why? I'm trying to lick myself. Please. Please. Look at her. I love her. She's so confused. She's like, that doesn't look like me. I'm not that brown. What's wrong with you? That's not me. Do better. Anyway. Let's switch over here. Bye-bye! I was stretching. Sorry. So a lot's been going on with my appearance. A lot. Check this out. I can be scaled. I'm scaled. I can, you know, drink water. Ugh. So now when you water me, you can actually see it. And, as you saw, just then, I can stretch. I can stretch. Ready? Okay. Alright. No frames in between. It's fine. And now, in the very rare occasion that I get angry, most likely at people, like, food discourse, in the very rare occasion, I can get mad! Like this! Anyway. So that's a thing. And people, I'm gonna break the immersion for just a moment. People have been asking me about if I will take PNG tuber commissions, and the answer is yes, absolutely. When I reopen October 1st, 12 p.m. Central, over on my Twitter, I will be open for 3 days, and you can submit a form, and if I accept it, I will accept PNG tuber commissions. It's not a guarantee, but, you know, PNG tuber commissions in this style particularly, this style does not take that long. It does not take me that long. It is flat color. I do not color the lines, and it is also chest up, like half the chest up. So, in this style, just one state like this is $45. $45 for this. And then for each added, well, state, that's an extra $20 for each one. Because look at this. Look at this. A few things, the face changes. That's about it. And the ears. That's the difference. That's the difference. Also, that just has hands. Okay, this is probably the most complicated one. Anyway. So tonight is a little special treat. I'm gonna just be on this screen. Hello, Monster Girl Lover. That's a great name, I love that. Hang on, let me drink some water. So I had to, you know, advertise the commissions. I keep thinking that they're coming up, but we're only halfway through the month. It's not, September's still not over. It's not, it feels like it's going by, but it's not. September's going by slow, actually. Like, what is the deal? Anyway, how are you guys? I think I already asked that, but I don't know if it was answered. You're going good. I'm thinking of possibly doing some game development. Nice. 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 Let me know how that goes. Kind of hyper. I just ate some fish. I love fish. Fish is delicious. It was salmon. Which I learned you can make salmon with lime instead of lemon. You can make a lime sauce, which is what I did. It was literally just butter, lime, and honey, and some garlic. Just cook that up, put it on, bake it. It's so good. It was pretty good. It was very, the sauce was pretty rich, but it was tasty. Patreon post. There was just recently, today actually, I put up concept art of Ezra. Last game dev stream, I did a little variation on Ezra, and the Photoshop file, PSD, is that what that's called? Yeah. She's up on Patreon. You can check that out, and you can subscribe to Patreon. Can I do I have that command yet? No. Whoops. Well, I can just type it in. I thought I made that a command. Also, how's the music compared to my voice? It looks like it's quiet and loud enough so you can hear it. There we go. Patreon. That's for $1 patrons, so literally for $1 a month you get weekly concept art of the game I'm working on currently. Music sounds good? Awesome. Also, that just tells me there's like no lag. There's like a second of lag, so that's nice. I'm doing good. I want to make fighting OCs like Street Fighter. Oh, sick. I was just talking about that the other day. I would love to make a fighting game. What in the heck? Honestly, maybe not necessarily like make a fighting game. But I would be down to like design fighting game characters. Mixed feelings rumble. That would be fun. See, the thing about fighting games is they all have like crazy, ridiculous like designs, and that's what I love so much about fighting games. I'd love to design fighting game characters. Oh. Next thing I wanted to talk about. So we reached our goal last stream. Yes, for Resident Evil 7. I had the goal of if we reach $200, we get the bad end. Yeah, I feel Resident Evil 7 has like technically two different endings, and there's one that ends worse than the other. So, but I like that ending, even though it's not canon. And so I made a little stretch. If we make $300, then I will play End of Zoe. Probably the last day of the month, or the last Saturday of the month. Bad end. Oh yeah. So we're gonna get the bad end. I'm gonna pick the wrong character to pick. You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking. Okay. Anyway, yes. So if we reach $300, that makes me happy, and is an extra $100 for me. that I can just be like, yay! I have money. I can eat fancy food. Hooray! And also play End of Zoe. If you're unfamiliar with End of Zoe is just a DLC, a continuation of the story, sort of. Yes, it's a continuation of the story through the, I think it's through the eyes of Jack's brother, Joe Baker. And It's pretty ridiculous. It has a lot of campiness that we've been missing from Resident Evil 7 so far. There's a bit of camp. There's a bit of camp. But I do want to play it myself eventually. This just decides like whether or not I'm gonna stream it. Kind of want to play it by myself, but I will stream it if we make it to $300. That's the donation incentive. But the $200 we made it to that, and I was able to get that printer, and now I can print stickers in the comfort of my own home. I don't have to order them. He doesn't need gun. Yeah, Joe Baker. He don't need no gun. He just needs a punch. Yes. Okay. I was about to say what I'll be working on today, but I'm actually just gonna be talking. And you might hear me working on stuff, but I'm just not gonna show you because I know Twitch will get my ass if they see what I'm drawing right now. So we're just gonna be chatting, having a good time. What do you guys want to talk about? Anybody have any interesting, fun things to talk about? If not, I have I can talk about things. Let me start my Pomodoro timer for myself. Puny humans using their guns. My name's Joe Baker. I punch monsters in the face. That's all I need. And eat bugs. Doesn't he eat bugs? I vaguely remember something like that. Howdy, Capri. Talk about Joe Baker. That's Jack Baker's brother. He lives out in the swamp and punches the mold monsters. Hello, Minmo. And if we reach $300 by the time... No, I don't want to listen to this. By the time I'm... Before I'm done, I guess, with Resident Evil 7, then we can do that. We can do End of Zoe. We can see Joe Baker. We can fight him. Well, we can play as him. We don't fight him. I feel like my next thing I need to make a goal for is I need a new keyboard. This keyboard's too noisy. You can hear it. You can tell that I'm working on stuff. Whoa, RPG Monger did a history of Flipnote for the DS? That is interesting to me. Flipnote, I guess, became like a thing. It was kind of outside of my radar, honestly. So I never knew like it was such a, like that big of a community that RPG Monger would make a video. That is an interesting thing though. I should look into that. I want to do more Fandemonium videos. It's just I'm already doing so many things right now. Fandemonium is fun. But takes a lot of time to make those videos. Maybe if I take a break from Mixed Feelings Part 2, or get writer's block, I can start working on the next Fandemonium. I know the next one I wanted to do was about furries. Everyone can hear me clicky clack and they're all gonna laugh at me. Listen, this is the keyboard that came with my computer. It's very loud and obnoxious, and also whenever I make any noise on my keyboard, it looks like I'm talking. Along with the Miiverse and other Nintendo social medias, they all shut down due to the internet being the internet. Oh my gosh. Like, I know recently Little Big Planet shut down their online servers. Just, I think solely because, like, nobody plays Little Big Planet, especially online anymore, so that's the hard truth about, like, online gaming. is that if you make a game reliant on like online play, it's going to be unplayable after like a certain amount of time. It's a sad truth. Sad, sad truth. Stop judging me and my freaking... Well, if you want to stop hearing the clicky clacks, maybe next month that'll be the donation incentive. No more clacks. No more clicking. None. It's all gone. You guys are making fun of me. Listen. Let me live my life with my hacker computer. You guys just want to see my angry face. You guys just want to bring out my anger. At least some old video game online services still exist due to private servers and emulation. Yeah, that can only do so much though, is the thing. Like, man, I got Soul Calibur 5 like years ago, and I actually got it like a few years after it released. So nobody was playing online, and I'm just kind of upset that I never got the chance to play frickin' Soul Calibur online. How cool would that have been? I am amazing at Soul Calibur. Not really. I'm better than like the average casual player, I guess. Like if somebody comes over and is like, "Oh man, we're gonna play Soul Calibur," I'm gonna beat them. They are going to die. Listen, I actually have a good story. I have a good story about my main? Who's my main? Oh man, that's a good question. I usually just use like a one of the character created characters because that's my favorite part of that game. Tira. I freaking love Tira. I also like Ivy. Cervantes is pretty good too. I used to main Talim. I loved Talim and Taki. But Tira, oh my god. Tira is so fun. Tira is also like difficult because she has like the thing where I forget like what button combination you have to do, and it's like with certain like moves too, she like changes her state, and I forget what it's called officially in the game, and then her whole move set changes entirely. Soul Calibur is my favorite fighting game. I normally am not a huge fan of fighting games just because like the button combos just don't really like feel like I don't like having to memorize stuff in order to play the game. It's annoying and I don't like that. But Soul Calibur is very intuitive with the way it works, and I think a lot of fighting games have like taken after this actually since Soul Calibur. Or what was the first Soul Calibur? Was it just called Soul Calibur, or was it like Soul Blade or Soul Edge? I don't remember. Anyway, a lot of fighting games have taken after just like depending on where you put the directional buttons, that's where you swing. There are surprisingly a lot of fighting games that don't do that, especially before. God. Like Mortal Kombat, like the original Mortal Kombat games, didn't really do that. You just had to... I mean, you could argue that like Sub-Zero's like ice move was... What was that? That was like roll down to right, down and toward, and then like another button. Ugh. That's hard. It's hard to remember. Roll. Granted, I haven't played Mortal Kombat in so freaking long and I remembered it, so. Also the jargon. There's so much jargon with fighting games. There's so much jargon to remember. You know what game I want to get into, but I just... It's a fighting game, and the controls are weird to me. Skullgirls. The art in that, sprites in that, the characters, the character designs, top notch, man. I think Capri, I think it was Capri who told me this. Yes. So there's a UFO ending, in Silent Hill Shattered Memories, which is a spin-off Silent Hill game that's actually pretty alright. It's pretty good. And the artists for Skullgirls did the art for that ending, because it's all, like, anime looking. It's pretty good. I love that ending. I don't want to spoil it, though, because I'd have to spoil it to explain it. Oh, speaking of Silent Hill, ooh! You know what? In honor of this, In Water. This is the In Water ending, music. So, I need to... Yes. In Water makes you cry. I hope you know this. You watched a speedrun of Silent Hill 2. Did you watch Punchy? Punchy's the best Silent Hill speedrunner. Frickin', Punchy does like a 15-minute speedrun of Silent Hill 3. Granted, it's the UFO ending, and the UFO ending is like pretty early on in the game, so... It was for a GDQ event. Well, Punchy's done GDQ. Been watching someone play Winnie the Pooh's Home Run Derby against Christopher Robin. I've heard about that game. I've heard Christopher Robin is just inhuman. That game is just like impossibly hard. I wonder if that's like, I wonder if there are speedruns of that game. You spent your day listening to Portal fan songs? I didn't know that was a thing. And that's pretty good. Well, there's fan songs of every, like, fandom. So that honestly doesn't surprise me. The Portal fandom being pretty huge. I never really interacted with the Portal fandom. Harry 101 UK. Interesting. I remember there being a lot of really cool, animations people did of Portal 2 when Portal 2 was like came out. Man, the internet hasn't really changed much since 2012. Have you ever thought about that? That's creepy. I don't like it. I don't like it. Put it back. It's so strange because, like, I don't know, seeing, like, having grown up, seeing the internet become, like, a commonplace thing has been, like, the strangest thing. Because when I first started, going on the internet regularly, it was, like, weird. That was weird to go, like, be on the internet. Like, the internet was a new and strange thing, and we used dial-up. So, like, I was 11. How old was I when I was... Or, I mean, what year was it? Let's do the math. 2003. The internet was a completely different animal. Completely different. And it's just so strange, like, what was the main thing back then? What was the main thing back when I first started using the internet? I don't know. Ask Jeeves, which is gone forever. Google wasn't even a thing. Your grandma's Windows 98 computer with dial-up. Oh yeah, the first computer I had was, I'm pretty sure. Well, we had a Windows. It was like Windows Me or something, ME. It was like Millennium or something. And then we got a Windows 98 later. So we downgraded. Oh man. The internet was so different. It was so different back then. It's so weird. It's so weird to think about. MamaMedia.net. That was a thing I went on all the time when I was a kid. Mama Media and like Cartoon Network and stuff. Those were the websites that I went on frequently. And Neopets a little, but I didn't really get Neopets. Didn't like it when I was a kid. Webkins? I actually, like, people say Webkins, and I actually, like, don't know what that is. If I looked it up, I'd probably be like, oh, that thing. But I never, got into Webkins. Nobody knows what I'm talking about when I say Mama Media. Snapchat? I don't care about your filters. Don't talk to me. Netscape. Oh, God. Man, Gosh. So, when I was in middle school, I really wanted to, like, learn how to code. So I took an advanced computer class. I was like, oh, there's advanced computer lab. Turns out, advanced computer lab was basically, let's learn PowerPoint. That was silly. Funny enough, gosh, this is a good story actually. So our computer class, all of the computers were connected, like on the same server or something. And so a lot of people in the class figured that out and would start communicating to each other through a document. I forget what it was titled. And I found that document, and I was just a dumb, like, 12-year-old kid, and I was like, what's up, homies? And they were like, who this? Who's this? Who dis? New phone, who dis? Basically. And I was like, I said, like, some dumb name, like, my name is Billy Bob. And they were like, dude, what? Dude. I remember them asking me if I was white. I remember them asking me, and I was like, nah, I'm polka dot. And they were like, oh, you're totally white. It was great. And then, like, I just remember hearing, like, a few kids in the class, like, occasionally just being like, what? What? And just trying to figure out who it was, and like going from computer to computer. And me and my friend, we were just like, because my friend was doing this with me, we were just cracking up, just trolling like some people in the classroom that we didn't know who they were. I'm glad you guys think that's funny. And we learned coding for making a web page. See, I never even learned that. I know how to code in RenPy, that's it. But I guess that's more than a lot of people can say. The average person doesn't know what a code is. Oh. Oh. Sci-I. Is that a bot? Hello, are you a friend or foe? Do a little trolling. Yeah, you gotta do a little trolling. Like, some nice friendly trolling. It's fun. It's fun it's healthy. It's good for your soul. to do just a little harmless, like, pranking. Not a bot! Oh, welcome! I'm so glad to see that you're not a bot. I'm sorry if I offend you by calling you a bot. It's just, you know how it is. You know how it is. Being a small streamer, that's pretty much all the follows I've been getting lately. You're a cat! You're a cat just like me! Oh, thank God. Could be cats together. Oh, I forgot to tag this animals. I guess I tagged it furry. It's the same thing. Same difference. Gosh, though, remember, they probably still do this. I don't watch television anymore, though, so, but remember, like, on Cartoon Network and stuff, they would have, they would advertise, like, games they have on, the, like, their website, and then be like, ask a parent before going online. Like, do they still do that? Is that still a thing? Because that was good practice. I never asked my parent before going online. The computer was just in my room and I just used it. And then by the time I was 14, I had my own laptop. Ugh. Ask a parent or guardian before going online. Neopets. I'm trying to think of other websites that I perused. Nostalgia for the early 2000s. I also remember when they have an app for Cartoon Network that you could play games and watch shows with along with Nick. Oh, that's cool. They have full episodes on their website through cable or dish. Oh man, that's really cool. Yeah, nobody has cable anymore. It's such a bizarre, like, thing. When I went on vacation, we stayed in this hotel, and they had cable, and we just watched cable because we weren't doing anything else the rest of the day. So it's weird to think that there are still people that just watch TV all day. Cause like after like an hour of watching Gordon Ramsay, and every like 10 minutes, like 5 minutes, it felt like there'd be a commercial break of the same commercials every single time. And it was like, oh my God, people live like this? Oh, is that a cat? Jordan the kitty, you're a cat too. That's me. Also, I'm a cat. That's what I meant to say. Have you heard of Chicken Smoothie? I'm not sure if it was during the 2000s, but it's like Adopt Central, I think. Oh, I've never heard of that. Tell me more. Whoa, so many cats! So many cats. So little time, actually. I'll be here like 2 hours. You know, Chicken Smoothie doesn't sound half bad. Not gonna lie. This is the cat chat. I mean, Minmo's also a cat. Capri, have we already given you a government assigned persona? I don't know. I'm trying to decide what you are. What are you? Haven't. We gotta assign Capri a persona. I think I'm leaning more toward like a dog. It's a site dedicated to making and selling adopts, I think. I've never been on the site, but I think that's what it is. That's all I know. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, cat check. Who all is the cat? We got Minmo. We got We got Jordan. We got Sai. Goat. Okay, yeah. I can see I can feel the goat energy. What kind of goat? There are many. I saw, okay. So you know how there are like a million like viral cat videos of cats like trying to make a big jump and then they fall? I saw one just like that, a video just like that, but it was a goat instead, and for some reason that made it 10 times funnier. Because the goat like jumps and falls and there's a pause and you just hear meh, meh. And it was the funniest thing. I love goats. Love goats. Those videos make me sad because it's usually because they're declawed. You know, that makes sense. I understand that though, because any video where a cat is like yowling, usually, you know, that wow one they do, that usually means that they're like so distressed that they think they're going to die. And that makes me upset if I hear it. There's like a specific yowl that they do. Even if they're like, they're fine, I'm still like, no, baby. The American pygmy. I have a good goat impression. Thanks. I'm glad I make good goat impression. Meh. I love goats. I almost made my persona a goat. Freaking, there is one thing I want to animate someday. I'm not a huge animator. Clearly, this is like, look at this. I didn't animate this. This is 4 frames. This is 4 frames. Anyway. There's one thing that, from Girl Chan in Paradise by Ego Raptor, which is so old now. Those 3 videos are like my favorite Flash animations ever. I love them. They live in my head rent free. God, I love Girl Chan. Anyway, there's this one part where there's this girl in the shadows, and she goes, and then it shows her face, and then she goes, nya, and wait, she goes, nya, and then the one guy's like, why the nya? And she's like, because I'm a cat. And that's it. I went to the Ren Fair and they had a petting zoo and I wanted to go in. But instead I just looked at the goats and was happy. They also had ponies. Is this KK Slider? Oh, it's probably just a voice box. It sounds very KK Slider though. Oh my god, Sai, you belong here. I'm glad you found me. I'm glad you can quote Girl Chan in Paradise at me. That explains everything. God, I love that. It's time for my super secret technique. From my bloodline. Ah! I lived in a small town that had a zoo nearby. It had tigers and kangaroos. I've seen tigers at Animal Kingdom. I don't know if I've ever seen a tiger at a zoo. Surprisingly, I feel like I've seen lions, not tigers. Man, I miss going to the zoo. I love zoos. I love animals. So I wanted to go to the petting zoo. But it's like a little kid thing. They would look at me weird. But I was like dressed as the Grim Reaper, and if I came up and I was like, please can I feed the goats? And they'd be like, dude, how old are you? And I'd be like, 29. I just want to feed the goat. Let me do it. I don't know what that voice was. It sounded like a fake accent. I'm sorry. Oh. Oh. Hydration. Good for you. Please, can I feed the goat? I would like to feed the goat. Oh. Oh man. I want to quote Girl Chan in Paradise now. Yusuke! What are you doing up there? Never mind that. What are you not doing up here? You are wrong. Oh. But I think anybody can get a goat if they just believe. If you believe. Oh, goat. Oh. Oh. Goat cheese curds. Why are you called Maytag? 'Cause you tag things? Like graffiti? No! Because I tag things like price tags. $5. $10. $99 bajillion dollars. That's the price I would pay for her heart. Oh, Yusuke's only kidding. Shut up. I'm sorry. I can quote the whole thing if I wanted to. I hate it. Ugh. I also love how Kira Buckland is Girl Chan. I didn't even know that until like a few years ago. I was like, that's Kira Buckland? Holy shit. That's Kira Buckland. That's what's her face? That's Tubi. Don't forget the syrup. How could I? Forget, I mean. That bit is really good. I sure love hot dogs. These flavor sticks really add to the taste. And then Galactica Maru comes in and is like, I'll let you finish eating your hamburgers. And then Yusuke smacks him. And it's like, they're hot dogs! I love making Mary Sue OCs. Mary Sue OCs are the best. That's me. I'm a Mary Sue. I'm a freaking Shinigami. That's the most Mary Sue thing I've ever heard of. Live your truth. Live. I am cringe, but I am free. Love a good cringe, OC. God, I love... Everybody... Okay. How many characters do you have with heterochromia that is like... Okay. Heterochromia. Half angel, half devil. Who in the chat? One's in the chat. One's in the chat. One's in the chat if you have a character with heterochromia. And also half angel, half demon. Same thing. I have at least 3 heterochromia characters, but never any half angel, half demon. See, I had my baby. I had a character. She had heterochromia. She had one like blue teal eye and then one really red eye. She is half angel, half demon. Uh-oh. Thank you for subscribing. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're wonderful. Thank you so much. It's September, y'all. I'm pretty sure. That's a thing right now. September. I think you get 20% off subs. So, yeah. It's a good time to sub if you haven't already. Good time to gift subs, too. Maybe I should start doing that. Maybe I should, like, as a gift, I should gift a random sub. Again, has this because you can quote one of my favorite content creators. I appreciate that so much. I was talking about Egoraptor the other day. Egoraptor's like Aaron Hansen. I have been like aware and following his stuff since I was like 12. And that's insane to me. Because I used to watch the Awesome series when I was in middle school. I still, there are a lot of things of his that have not aged well. Girl Chan in Paradise has thankfully aged incredibly well. I love, it's still good. There might be, I can't think of any jokes in it that aren't tasteful anymore. if you get my drift, but there's that, the Final Fantasy VII spoof video that hasn't aged well, because of frickin' Aaron says words that he shouldn't be saying. But God, I'm so mad because I still think about frickin' what's it called? There's a line in that one in particular where Cloud is like, "Oh, I keep having these dreams where everything's black and there's white text telling me what I'm dreaming. Get out of my head." That is Final Fantasy VII. That's all it is. That's all Final Fantasy VII is. If you've never played it, now you know. Now you know that's what it is. I don't know what's happening outside. Somebody is breaking forever. I am a PNG. Hello, soul. Well, Aaron has some wrong opinions, but don't we all? It's just a miracle he managed to be a Newgrounds type that didn't grow up to be awful. Yeah, I'm glad he's, like, if he is an awful person, like, we don't see it. He's not at least outwardly awful. I don't know. I've heard or known a few people that have met him. And I've always heard, like, oh yeah, he's pretty chill. And not just, like, met him at conventions, but, like, met him. So, yeah, like, it's crazy that, Newgrounds, if you're from Newgrounds, usually you're doomed. Oh yeah, it's JonTron. Yeah, that sucks. It always sucks when you find out, like, a good content creator is actually, like, a garbage human being. Honestly, I used to be super into Harry Potter, and, like, the more that came out about J.K. Rowling, the more I was like, oh my god. And the more I started looking back at Harry Potter and going, oh, ah yes. Why didn't I notice this sooner? What? Like, I don't think I could ever enjoy Harry Potter again. I may go to, like, Universal and go to the Harry Potter world and go, yee! Spoken up for trans rights. That's cool. That's chill. Yeah, Joanne has always been like that, but I just never, you know, put two and two together. Freaking, like, I don't know how many of y'all have read the books. Rita Skeeter. The awful, terrible character Rita Skeeter. She's like, if you go back and read it, like, any description of Rita Skeeter, or Rita Skeeter, whatever her name is, freaking, Joanne, I hate that name. I've known too many Joannes that I just hate Awful. Awful people. Awful. Anyway, I'm sorry if your name is Joanne. Anyway, Rita Skeeter, she's like very blatantly trying to code Rita Skeeter as like as trans, like as a trans woman, and it's awful. When you go back and you think of that, you're like, oh, oh. Oh, the guy that owns the Dragon Quest music. No! Yeah, no, the freaking Hermione, it being funny that she wanted to free the slaves, that, like, free the house elves, and everybody making fun of her. That was like, and then Harry and Ron continuously being like, oh, they like being slaves. Oh, but they're useful. That always bothered me. I'm gonna be real. That always freaked me out. I was just like, oh. Yeah, that was definitely something that grossed me out as a kid. I didn't, like, entirely make the connection, but it did make me uncomfortable, and I just couldn't place why. God. Yeah, fuck Harry Potter. Fuck Harry Potter, actually. Don't give that woman your money. Also, I forget, it was some streamer I was watching, I think it was Wayne, who was like, why do people even like Harry Potter? Those are the most boring ass wizards I've ever seen. Have you ever seen a wizard? Wizards are fucking cool. Yeah, Harry's dream was to become a super cop. What's up with that? Harry wanted to become a cop. Do you guys remember Harry Potter and the Cursed Child? Like, the screenplay for that and how awful it was? People were like, this can't be real. And it was. It sure was. I don't even hardly remember it. It was bad. Yeah, no, I want a cool wizard. I want modern wizards that are cool as hell. That, like... Oh. Harry Potter wizards are dumb. Dumbledore was the only one. Dumbledore was the only one that was like, your typical wizard. Also, like, the whole shit in Harry Potter with, like, quote-unquote mudbloods. There's a character named Cho Chang. Can you believe this? Oh, this is something that's always bothered me. So, remember Lavender Brown? Lavender Brown, in all of the movies, was a black girl, right? She was black. Until, what was it? The 5th movie? The 6th movie? And then Ron had to date her and she became, like, an actual, like, important character. Then they changed the actress to a white girl. That pissed me off. I noticed that right away. I was like, hang on. Lavender Brown was a black girl. Hang on. That's when I started to notice something was amiss. Something was certainly amiss. Disgusting. Disgusting! Sorry for yelling. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if that was intentional or if it had to have been intentional. It had to have been. God. Dead air as I, like, concentrate on what I'm doing right now. Sorry. But yeah, this has become the fuck Harry Potter stream. Because, yes. Fuck Harry Potter. Fuck Harry Potter. Disgusting. What am I doing? I'm working on art that would probably not be Twitch safe. So I just wanted it to be like, you know what? Let me do a just chatting stream. I can multitask. I can draw and talk about Harry Potter. Harry Potter is very interesting in hindsight as a view into a rich liberal TERF's brain. Oh yeah. That's one way to put it. You know, I'm before I started realizing and seeing how crap J.K. Rowling was, I saw Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and I really enjoyed it. And now I'm mad that I'm mad because, like, it really does suck to, like, because I really did. I looked up to her a whole lot. I didn't really follow, like, her political beliefs and anything, and I didn't catch enough of the context clues in Harry Potter. I looked up to her because, like, I liked her story of how she was homeless when she wrote Harry Potter, the first Harry Potter. She was homeless, or at least started, and she wrote it on, like, loose paper and got rejected again and again and again and again, and then eventually became hugely successful. And that was such an inspirational story to hear when I was a kid and I wanted to be a writer. And so, like, finding out, actually, she's an awful person and you shouldn't support her, I was like, oh, man, can't have anything. But I still think that's an inspirational story, despite her being a garbage human being, you know. Remember having the Fantastic Beasts book that showed info on all the creatures? Yeah, those books were interesting, because didn't they have, like, fake handwritten notes from the characters? I remember my friend had that. Did I ever tell, like, the only reason I ever got into Harry Potter as a kid was, we had these tests in school on the computer called accelerated reading, and each book was a set amount of points, right? And so most books were like 2 points, 3 points, and Harry Potter books were like 15 to 30 points, and I was like, oh buddy, I'm gonna get me a pencil topper, because we exchange our points for stupid prizes. Anyway, I read the third book first, and then I was like, whoa, this was actually pretty cool. You got so many free pan pizzas. I don't know if I ever utilized my pan pizza. Because before I started reading Harry Potter, I didn't really read much. I only started reading at all to cheat the system and read Harry Potter. The fifth book? Oh man, the fifth book was hard to get through. The fourth one I feel like was pretty solid. You know, I'm saying this is a fuck Harry Potter book, but now I'm like praising the books. Listen. There were parts that were very good. And I will not deny that. But I'm saying, don't give this woman money. Don't give the TERF money. Don't give her money. Just don't. For some reason, I really liked the 5th book when I was a kid. It was the longest one. Buy the books used. Yeah, you know, support your local used bookstore if you have one. I don't know if those exist anymore. They gotta exist somewhere, right? There's a parody Potter game? I have not. When I was a kid, I really liked Artemis Fowl, Gregor the Overlander, and Bartimaeus. I've heard of Artemis Fowl. I don't know much about it. You know what I was into other than Harry Potter? Redwall. I loved Redwall so much. Yeah. Was Deathly Hallows... Deathly Hallows is the last one, because that was 2-parter. Those movies were slow, buddy. I enjoyed them, but they were very slow. I don't think I'd enjoy them now. Not because of context, but because I'm picky. I'm pickier than I was when I was early 20s. That's right, there was a cartoon for Redwall. I remember I saw the cartoon before I started reading the books, and then I was sad that I didn't actually enjoy the cartoon. Or, like, ever stop and watch the cartoon as a kid. Almost all of them? There are a lot of them. I think they're still going. I learned Brian Jakes, the writer of Redwall. He's a cool dude. He worked with a lot of kids with disabilities, and he made the scenes about food particularly very vibrant, because he wanted I think it was like blind kids in particular. He wanted God, I can't remember. Hang on. I gotta see if I can find what my friend told me. I'm getting all... I don't want to get my stuff wrong. No. I know we talked about this. Maybe it was in my server. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm sorry, I'm like quiet. I'm trying to solve the mystery. Where did I hear this? No! Anyway. Okay. Well, he was trying to make the feast scenes like particularly really vibrant for people with senses that they did not have, like, void of... I can't talk! Ugh. You know what I'm saying. Probably. Hopefully. I'm glad you liked that. I actually want my next goal to be to get a keyboard that's quiet so that stops happening. That is my one big thing that I don't like about my PNG tuber, is my keyboard's too loud for it. I'm glad you like the ear flicks. Don't! It's hilarious. No! No, don't make fun of me. Oh, it probably just happened. It is a big mechanical keyboard, that's why it happens. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Bigger. No. 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 I'm like afraid to use my Control Z. You guys are making fun of me. Bigger. Bigger. Oh man. Man, I want more modern fantasy, but that's like actually good. We don't have enough modern fantasy that's good. You know what kind of modern fantasy I want? Do you guys remember? Oh, God, I don't. Saint Young Men. Saint Young Men. Do you guys remember that anime? That was a funny anime. It was a movie, I think. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 15. I gotta play that. I want more modern fantasy that's good. Listen, I don't want like Harry Potter ripoffs is what I'm saying. I read I tried to get into a series that my friend was really into in high school. My friend who was really into vampires. But I wasn't so much into vampires. I never really have been. But they were like, no, you gotta read this. You gotta read this series. It was literally a Harry Potter ripoff, but vampire school instead of wizard school. And it was god awful, man. It was bad. It was bad. Oh, Potter game. I'm gonna open that and I'm gonna look at it later. Or I could look at it now. Oh, maybe I can switch to full screen. Whoa, what? Okay, no, we're gonna read about this. Hang on. No, I'm not gonna switch because I gotta adjust some things with my full screen if I want to show my PNG tuber. So I'm just gonna read this. Have you packed your broomstick, reader? Are you able to study spells, grasp potions, reckon with some unsavory sides of a beloved kid's guide sequence, and gorge your self-irresponsibility on flavored beans? Released this week. Potter Game is a splendidly damaged mess of an homage to Hogwarts, a damaged, nostalgic collectathon that's directly a shovelware joke and a reducing criticism of the Potterverse. Potter Game doesn't try and reconcile with the components of Harry Potter that, effectively, haven't aged notably gracefully. In developer Kate Barrett's eyes, there's no separating artwork from the artist. Instead, Potter Game pushes the fiction's uncomfortable habits in entrance and center. It does this by aping Potter's personal historical past in video games. Potter Game is knowingly a chunk of shovelware, a haphazard recreation of Hogwarts, the place you're tasted with one. You're tasked. That's a typo. Tasked with one easy activity: acquire these beans. Okay, I need to share this photo. I'm going to save it because I want it on my computer. And I'm going to save this. This is all I really need you to know about this game. Oh, Moonpie check? Hang on. Hang on. Before Moonpie check. Before Moonpie check, you all need to know about this. That's the thing I went, what the fuck, over. I need you all to know about this. Okay, Moonpie time. Moonpie time. One moment. One moment. One moment. Boop. Moonpie. 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 She is here. Come here. You want some food? You want some food? You want a treat? Yeah? Ba-bum. She has had her treat. The moon pie check has been redeemed. Do you want to talk again? That's good. Thank you. You have redeemed the moon pie check. And I am redeeming water just because I want some water. Oh! Okay. Done it. Listen, it just reacts to any type of sound. It's the problem. Also, like, that's just what I do. When I open treat bags, I just, you know. That's what I do. That's what I do. You want more? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I've teased you this way. Oh. Got Ape Escape music going on. Hell yeah. I think one of the devs who worked on Night in the Woods included it in a list of good freeware games or something. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm munching the treats myself. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Almost done with this commission, and then I can work on another commission. Okay. So, okay, for real, this commission I'm working on is slightly risque. I don't think it's as risque as that one I did that everybody was yelling at me about. You know the one. I might show it for just a minute. I think showing it on Twitch isn't gonna get me in trouble. And then just ask everyone's opinion and be like, is this appropriate? Can I post this on main? I'm pretty sure I can post this on main. I'm proud of this. I'm proud of this image. It's good. And I want to post it on my main account so people can see it. It's not pornography. That one you did. Yes, that one. It also has one of the characters from that. I just can't... I'm a bad judge of this thing. These things. I'm just completely clueless. Not completely. But I'm like, okay. By the definition of not safe for work, which is, would you get in trouble if you saw this? If you were looking at this on your computer at work? Yes, it is not safe for work in that regard. You would get in trouble for seeing this, looking at this on a computer at work. You would. But by, like, any other, like, the definition that people tend to use for not safe for work. Difference between what you should be able to post and what you are actually able to. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? My standard, I usually, like, when I'm like, okay, is this okay to post on main? Is, do I want, like, would I be embarrassed if my family saw this? And the answer is, no, I wouldn't, but that's because I have no shame. Now, anything like pornographic, I might have been embarrassed, but this is not. This is not. I'm trying to defend my case as case music plays. I also am just proud of this, and I want the world to see. I'm sorry. I'm almost done with it. No, hang on. I'm not done. It needs to be good. Show us the goods. No. There are some goods. There is a booty. There is a booty. There's a booty in it. That is my main concern. And you see there's booty and underwear. But it's like if I posted a picture of a character in a swimsuit. It isn't. It isn't. She's pulling booty shorts up that don't really fit. It is not being lovingly held. It's kind of being aggravatedly held. I'm just proud of this. I'm just proud of this. I hate when my art that's like risque is like comes out real good because I'm like I can't show anyone this. I can show some people. I can show most people, but I can't like publicly like show my family or anything. Like, hey, look at this picture I drew of somebody trying to get booty shorts on. You want to see this picture I drew? I can show people who aren't squares. I guess, you know what, that might be another good basis. Like, would my grandmother get angry at me if I showed her this? Yes. But I feel like that's a good thing. Maybe. I don't know. Would my grandmother be like, "Oh, that's raunchy"? Yes. She would. I liked that grandmother voice I just did. I need to do that more often. It's a less helpful standard. True. I need to figure out a good color for this background. Blue. Ultramarine. No, it's gotta be blue. Oh, that's too... Nah. I kinda like that, actually. Alright. Let me put an overlay. Because that's how I gotta do this. What? No. I'm gonna skip this song. I also forgot that a couple people gifted me subs like this. Come to think of it, you'd think that ultramarine would be the opposite of submarine. You know, you're not wrong. You'd think that. Alright, so the art thing might be a little messed up. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, it's a little messed up. You guys get a treat. You guys get a little peek. Very small. I'm also very small. I got a new monitor to those who are confused at what's happening. This is why. This is why it's small. You gotta go enjoy your pizza. Oh no, you can see the bottom of me. That ain't good. I don't want you to see my disembodied bust. Anyway, where's this? There we go. Fix that. Okay, I might have to just do this manually. Like this. Hooray! Hooray! What do you guys think? Is this too much? Is this too much? Is this too much? I mean, I won't be working on it. I won't be working on it during stream, so you're not gonna get zoom-ins of the butt. So, it's not... Yes. Thank you. I'm glad it looks good. I just need an opinion. I need another opinion. I need an opinion if this is too not safe for putting on my main. I don't think it... I think it's fine. I honestly think it's fine. You think the thong is pushing it? Nah. 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 Maybe. I don't know. I think it's cute. I think it's cute in a slightly risque way. I don't know. I'm just... Is that a pickle? You know, it's real funny. I actually thought the same thing I was drawing. Nah, it's like a little talisman thing. It's like, I don't know. I wanted to draw a Pickle Rick face on it as a joke, but I don't think my client would appreciate that. From far away, it looks like a pickle. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna do one more thing, and it's not like working on any details or anything. You're about to... Don't make... Stop making fun of my art! Leave me alone! Ugh. You guys are so mean to me. I'm being bullied by my chat. Is that gonna become the thing? It's gonna become the thing during my streams. All my clips are gonna be like the chat just bullying me. Absolutely destroying me. I'm glad you guys think this is cute though. Still gonna be a just chatting stream because literally everything else I can't show you. I'm hot cat girl accessory Rick. He turned himself into a pickle. I swear to God, it was the funniest shit I've ever seen. He turned himself into a cat girl accessory. The purpose of chat. I've heard... I don't really, like, watch Germa streams, but I'm gonna save this, and then I'm gonna switch back. But I heard that Germa kind of, like, made it, like, a thing, where he would edit down, like... Or they would edit down, like, videos of chat bullying him, and it was just became a series. But then that... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You guys can't see it, but it just told me Clip Studio is not responding and I'm upset. Hang on. I'm gonna wait for it. Oh! It's good now. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, buddy. That scared the living Jesus out of me. Oh, did it work? Did it save? Hello? Did it save? It did save. I'm gonna also do a transparent version. And also save as Clip Studio. Yes. Yes. Oh, Clip Studio Paint auto saves by default. If it ever crashes, like, I can go back and usually it's I don't have to do much to get back to where I was. Oh, but what I was saying about Germa, since he did those videos, like, it's like, it changes the whole vibe of the chat. The chat is just constantly trying to be as awful to him as possible, and that, like, to a degree, it's funny. Like, you guys bullying me, it's just funny. So, like, I know you all mean well, and I know you're not actually being awful. But, like, some things that people say in Germa's chat, apparently, it just ruins the vibe. Ugh. Ugh. Silly. Silly Willy. Okay. I love naming files because I always like send people a transparent version of their commission, If they don't have like a background or anything, if it's just like a solid color. And I'll name it like their name and then trans. And if they're trans, they're like, hey! It's cute. I like it. Or I just put trans before their name. Okay, I'm gonna send this. I'm going to send this away. I'm gonna send this. Why am I in the wrong month? I draw too much, y'all. I have a folder for each month, and they're all so full. I draw so much. Tell me to stop. Tell me to stop drawing. No, I can't. I need to eat. I gotta eat. I gotta eat food. Oh wait, I need to fix something. I must eat food. Oh wait, no, I can just do this. There we go. Speaking of eating food, it makes me so mad, you guys, so mad, that when I look up like exercise stuff and I look up like nutrition stuff, that I start getting targeted ads for like weight loss. I'm like, bruh, no, I just want to eat right, and I just want to exercise right. I just want to be healthy. It just sucks that as like a society we associate automatically exercise and eating right with weight loss. Like that's the only reason people do that, right? No. No! It's dumb. I don't like it. It makes me mad. Makes me mad. It's dumb. Yeah, it's really annoying that health is like tied to weight loss. It's really annoying. Oh yeah, like targeted ads are very strange. Like if you look up, I got a targeted ad that actually like scared the living Jesus out of me because it was just a shirt with a photo of a cat on it and like a scythe like superimposed next to the cat, and I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? You figured that out? Figured that out about me? It knows. You wonder if people get targeted ads for looking up like adult stuff? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You accidentally click the like the wrong thing on Wish, bam. You get recommended nothing but dildos. Nothing but dildos. Oh god. Whoops. All dildos. Messed that up. Screwed that one up. Nah, but like, oh. Okay, let me check this off. And then I can let me make sure. Let me just make sure. I am like paranoid that I'm gonna accidentally switch over. Okay, I have this one up. I have this one up right now. And I'm paranoid that I'll accidentally switch over to the screen while I'm working on something that you absolutely cannot see. So I'm gonna do this. Goodbye! Oh wait, you know what? You know what? There's nothing here. There's nothing here but Akira Yamaoka, Reign of Brass Petals. Nothing here. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Your virgin eyes are saved. Yeah, by the psychedelic hypnosis. Right, let me switch to my... Where is it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Saying uh-oh is reminding me of how often Jess and I said uh-oh while we were playing Silent Hill 4, and I think it's the funniest thing. Like, going through and editing the streams, we literally say uh-oh like so much. You stole my car. Sorry, I have to skip you. That is a... Speaking of Silent Hill 4, there we go. Furry hugs to me. You have a passion for movies and TV shows. Well, welcome. Christmas Story. Is that... I don't remember the actor's name. I have seen A Christmas Story. I am not a movie person, though, but you are free to tell me about movies. As long as we're, like, keeping on topic here. I don't remember what I was talking about, though, so... It is all good if things go off the rails a little bit. I mean, we are just chatting. We are just chatting. Welcome. I didn't even know there was a sequel, but that does not surprise me. All I remember about Christmas Story, like, is, my brother was, like, super, like, adamant that we watch it. And we watched it, and there was, like, the animated sequence in the beginning. Oh no, I'm thinking about Christmas Vacation. Christmas Story? Is that the Charles... Is that Scrooge? Is that the Scrooge one? There are many Christmas Story movies then that I have seen. One! And you know which one it was? The Muppet one. Oh wait! No, that's Christmas Carol! Oh my god, there are too many Christmas movies. I've never seen Christmas Story. I know what you're talking about now. I didn't know there was a sequel to Christmas Vacation. Not Vacation. Christmas Story. There's a Jim Carrey one? Oh yeah, there is a Jim Carrey one. Why haven't I seen that one? I love Jim Carrey. What the heck? Why are there too many movies? There are too many movies that start... I think the problem is I'm not a super Christmassy person. I've talked about this before during stream. So, like... I have said that Christmas is the Disney of holidays. It's true. I'm not wrong. I am absolutely right, and nobody can deny me that. Listen. I'm listening. I'm listening. Nobody. You can't change my mind. Yeah, can you think of one Hanukkah movie? No. You can't. You can't. Absolutely cannot. It's impossible. 8 Crazy Nights. Never mind. I forgot that was a movie. Am I a terrible person for absolutely hating Adam Sandler movies? I don't think there's been a single Adam Sandler movie I liked. Oh! Soul. 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 What if Christmas was real? Can you imagine? That'd be amazing. Can you imagine? What if people gave each other gifts? Whoa! That sure is a username that is over my face right now. That sure was a username. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Halloween Town was surprisingly a very fun movie. For like, that was a Disney Channel movie, right? Disney Channel movies were bad, but that one was pretty fun for one of those. Furry hugs. That was a pretty terrible pun, but it was pretty good. It made me make a noise, so. I don't remember Minutemen, no. I remember the one where the house, Smart House. I didn't really watch that one, but I remember the premise of that one. And I don't really remember much else. There was some movie like my stepsister is a mermaid. That one was weird. That was bizarre. Ugh. I don't remember like any Disney Channel original movies. I'm gonna be real, that like I don't remember watching like any of them all the way through. I remember Xenon or something. Oh, thanks for the water. Ow! If I went back in time, oh man, it depends on what time period. There are a lot of time periods I would not be able to exist happily. I think most. I think, man, I don't even know. Oh, then I would probably just die. I remember from Minutemen is a moment from where the smart kid tells a professional scientist they forgot to carry the 5 in their calculation. Oh no! You love death? Oh, that's me. Hi. What a nice compliment. Man, I remember the coolest thing on the Disney Channel. Oh shit, me too. No way. No way. Jordan, you too? Oh damn. We're out here. We're queer. There can only be one gay. Nobody else, just me. Everyone else is straight. Well, actually, the context is, oh no, because the kid then reveals the world is actually ending contrary to said scientist prediction. Ah, shoot. I've cursed you all. You're all straight now. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. You all get rights now. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry. Oh no, you just spoiled the last airbender for me. Absorbs and steals your gay. You know what? You know what I think about a lot? If you have no gender, or you're non-binary, or either, or both, any. So you know how gay, like, technically, Homosexual means you are attracted to the same gender as yourself. Does that mean you can only identify as homosexual if you are only attracted to the same non-binary? Like, I could only call myself homosexual, technically speaking. Let's not listen to Space Channel 5 music. Technically speaking, if we're gonna get technical, I would only be homosexual if I was only attracted to other non-binary people. Yeah. I just remember so many people got mad at me because when I was like in my early 20s, I made a video talking about Steven Universe, and I called it like gay space rocks or something, and so many of the comments were like, they're not gay! They're not gay! They don't have a gender! And I was like, well, if they all don't have a gender, they're all the same gender, and therefore they are liking each other. Them liking each other makes them gay. And they were like, okay, I don't care! And it's like, okay, then why are you talking to me, sir? Not having a gender is pretty gay. You know, it's just easier to just say, hey, I'm gay. But, yeah, gay is blocked by Automod. I'm accepting them. It's funny that gay is blocked by Automod, considering that I tagged this stream LGBT. But it's okay. I guess people can use that in a derogatory way, so whatever. It's fine. Oh shoot, I need to change that. I need to change my Nightbot message. You cannot say you cannot say gay in my stream. Only if you are referring to me, the only gay. Stop it! Stop it! Oh no. You know what? Speaking of gay, I read this really good article on hyper-personalized sexual identity. It was really interesting. It talks about how detrimental it can be to the community, because it focuses more on like individualism and not like shared experiences when you like hyper-personalize your sexual and gender identity and stuff. It's like, it makes it so it feels like a lot of people just use several different labels to like hyper-personalize their LGBT identity until it's like their own experience, just theirs, which everybody has their own individual experiences, of course, but the LGBT community is a community. It's just that. So it focuses less on that, on solidarity, you know? And it kind of like went into like micro-identities and how they can be like capitalized upon because they can make you feel isolated. I'm getting off the rails. Let me just read this part from the article. I have it saved because I liked it so much. So let me just read this. Author P.E. Moskowitz also has some intriguing things to point out regarding micro-identities in general. In the paper, Jonah Peretti wrote that capitalism would need to create an ever-growing number of micro-identities for people to fit themselves into, so that those identities could be commodified and marketed to. Peretti writes that we are constantly being scrambled, de-identified, and made to feel isolated, and thus better subjects to be sold new identities and new relations. In other words, the more capitalism wants us to feel scrambled so that we are isolated, automatonized? I didn't say that right, and susceptible to replacing our own needs with the needs of capital, the more quickly capitalism needs to sell us an ever wider array of identities to feel secure and logical within. We've not only accepted the status quo, but now argue in its favor amongst ourselves as if the selling and enforcing of micro-identity is somehow inherent to our own minds and bodies and social relations, and even worse, somehow morally right. So that's an excerpt from that article. There's another excerpt. I gotta find it. And that, like, the excerpt in particular, I read, I was like, oh, shoot, that sounds like an interesting article. This in particular, having a plethora of specific atomized sexualities discourages broad alliances and forming solidarity over shared experiences. Instead, it forces people to overanalyze themselves and focus on how they're different from others rather than what they have in common with them. We should embrace the many ways we experience our attraction, not dissect them into different types that we mustn't ever conflate. Sectioning everyone off over the most minor contrast does us no favors. We should approach sexual liberation with collectivism, not individualism. That's a really good point. It's really good. I find that super interesting. Oh, thanks for the water. I didn't see that. I was talking about shit. Hang on. Yes. I think someone once put it well when they said LGBT has historically operated as a political block rather than a taxonomy of sexualities. Yeah. Yeah. There's too much focus on individualism in Western society that alienates people from community, but I'm not going to go after what queer people call themselves. Yeah, exactly. So, like, it's like... I think this article, like, is pointing out this micro-identity, this hyper-personalization of your sexual identity is it's like causing too much infighting in the LGBT community. It should be about, like, shared experiences and not like, oh, you can only be this thing and that's it. That's it. If you're this thing, you can't be this as well, and it really sucks. But that's not to say if everybody has, like, a different experiences. Everybody's going to have their individual experiences and they can identify as whatever they want. But I feel like too much focus is put on, like, figuring out exactly what you are. And once you figure out who and, like, what you should be identifying as or what you want to identify as, then you're finding, like, you feel like a completely different person when that's not really it. That's not it. You've always been this person. It's just, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Also, yes, I'm very smart. 4.0 GPA. I'm smart. Baby. Xenogenders are cool, but as far as sexual attraction goes, I do think that trying to precisely include or exclude people based on demographics is counterproductive. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I got tired, like, every year, because there's, like, coming out day, right? I got tired of, like, saying every year, like, some new thing that I was coming out as. Like, one year I was like, oh, I think I'm polyamorous. And one year I was like, oh, I think I'm asexual. One year I was like, you know, never mind. I think I'm demisexual. And then one year I was like, you know what? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. I don't know. And I just felt this, like, pressure to figure out exactly what I was. And now I just say, you know what? Screw it. I'm gay. I like what I like. I am who I am. You can perceive me as whatever. If you think I'm a girl, sure. If you think I'm a boy, sure. If you don't know what I am, great. Love it. Awesome. And that's my talk. Ugh. Hang on. Ugh. Yay. Anyway, what were we talking about? We were talking about gender and stuff. But yeah, that's my talk about gender. I think people should focus more on, like, their shared experiences. I think that's important. We're talking about Stuart Little. Oh, nah. Hello, King. Welcome. How long have you been here and I just didn't see you? Badumts. Have you been here a while? Hey! Oh, yeah, I just scrolled up and saw. Do your best. Yeah, we won't make fun of you. People not using the same words for big concepts comes up every time when bi-pan discourse erupts. You know, the bi-pan discourse is, has always been, like, ridiculous. It's always, like, if somebody doesn't know the difference and is like, wait, isn't like, that the same thing as bi? It's just easier to be like, yeah, pretty much. Like, you just use the words that you like. Just use whatever words you like. Whatever words fit best for you. Like, you don't have to explain your reasoning. If you have an experience as, like, I don't know, if you identify as, like, a bi lesbian, go for it. See, I don't know. The functional differences are minimal. It's more a matter of personal comfort. Exactly! 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 Programmers have a concept called late binding, where a name only gains a concrete meaning at the point it absolutely has to, not before. Yeah. Yeah. "10 months! 10 months! 10 months!" Welcome, Polt's Rare. Or should I say Rainbow? I know it's you. I know that's you. We're talking about gayness. This is Space Channel 5 music, but I don't think it has talking. Space Channel 5 music, it's fine, it can stay. I'm sorry your boyfriend went back to the States, though. Your gender. Hand it over. We're relinquishing everyone of gender. Gotta give it all to me. Yeah, I think the whole argument with bi and pan is a little silly. Cause like when bi became like a thing, that was when like non-binary genders weren't really like widespread knowledge. So most people were just like the only two genders, male and female. And so bi just meant everyone. Like, as long as I am attracted to this person, it doesn't matter what gender they are. And that's what bi meant. Another thing is, like, man, there was this quote. I've never watched this show, but I've heard about this quote or saw it somewhere. There's a quote from freaking Orange is the New Black, where I guess the main character has like identity stuff going on, and these dudes are like arguing about it. Like, what is she? Is she? Whoa! No! 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 Completely derailed my conversation about Orange is the New Black. Oh yeah, non-binary genders have been around for a long time. It's just, they haven't been like, you know, general knowledge until in modern times, until recently. He took the duck. Committing duck theft is actually bi culture. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. I can't believe you've done it. Did you guys know you can bring them back? You can bring them back. You could. For $8.88. You can bring them back. Oh, but I'm thinking about the bi-lesbian thing again. People getting like all torn up over that. People were saying like ridiculous things, like saying how it buys into like the whole a man can like cure a woman of lesbianism, and I'm like, what part of the term bi-lesbian even insinuates that at all? No part. Like, at what point has somebody who identified as a bi-lesbian hurt anybody? At all. At what point? It honestly, like, a lot of it sounds like it's kind of like it's just exclusionary and weird. See, the way I see it is like, because like you can like not understand why somebody would identify as a bi-lesbian and still like accept them, you know. Just like, you know, there was like discourse with he/him lesbians. It's like, okay, you can not understand why they do that, but nobody should have to explain themselves, you know? Nobody should have to explain why they identify as whatever they identify as. Like, I gave an example to somebody at one point. It was like, say somebody has identified, so like an AFAB person has identified as a lesbian and got into the like LGBT community through the lesbian community and feels like that's a huge part of their identity because that's how they got into the LGBT community, right? We'll say that they transition into a, like, they're a trans man. But they could be a he/him lesbian. There you go. Done. That could explain that, but nobody should have to explain that. But like having that like some sort of explanation like that, I feel like really helps the perspective. I think it's just a misunderstanding because I kind of see it the same way someone would say they're bi but specifically have a preference for women. Yeah. That's another thing is I remember hearing a long time ago somebody saying, like, if somebody identifies as like homosexual or a lesbian, very, very hardly ever are they like exclusively homosexual, or exclusively a lesbian. There are a lot of people who just have a huge preference for like a specific gender. I don't think anybody is 100% anything. I think that was the quote from Orange is the New Black that I was trying to think of. I don't think anybody is exactly anything. Something like that. Yes. I don't know if I like permitting that term in the chat, but I mean, what you were saying was not harming anybody. But yes, make a good point. Like, I just say I'm gay because that's easier to say than like say exactly what my sexual preference is. Like, nobody needs to know exactly what my sexual preference is, honestly. Nobody needs to know that unless like things are happening. And even then, I don't think anybody needs to know. Unless in very specific circumstances. Not only that, but you can't tell what gender someone is just by looking at them. Oh yeah. Yeah, there is like some discourse going on where like this is like where somebody was like people were saying lesbians cannot be attracted to trans men because that makes them not a lesbian. It's like they could still have like a preference for women and like a trans man, not because they're feminine or anything. Say there's a lesbian couple, and then one of the people in the couple turns out to be a trans man. That's a thing that happens. And people are like, well, now you're not a lesbian. You can't identify as a lesbian anymore. It's over. You can if you want. It's not offensive. Unless it makes, like, the trans man uncomfortable, obviously, but... Yeah, attraction is not as simple as people, like, make it out to be. It's, like I just said, you're not exactly anything. You're never exactly anything. You're just you. You're just a person. And you just like people. You have a preference for certain, like, types of people. So, yeah, someone can easily be attracted to someone that's not their preferred gender. Exactly. It's not all black and white. That's the thing. People see everything as black and white. It's not. It's not. Everything is various shades of gray. Everything has nuance. Granted, I also argue that if you experience attraction to genders outside of identity enough that one should consider reevaluating what terms you use for yourself. Yeah, true. Yeah, words are loose and we don't need to be hard married to them. Yeah. All I know is that my existence makes a certain set of conservatives mad. Ain't that a feeling? Ain't that a feeling? Really, maybe making conservatives mad by existing is what we all have in common. Oh, truly. Oh no! It's real. That's a good image. I'm gonna share it with the class. I'm gonna share it with the class. Hang on. It takes too long. Where's that image? There it is. Talking about gender with trans people versus talking about gender with cis people. It's so true. I can like understand like though growing up, like if you're a cis person and you were socialized like to understand, you know, male, female, straight, not straight. And there's like a very specific way society is laid out for you, especially when it comes to like sexualities and gender and stuff. I can understand like how it would be so hard to grasp like the concept of gender. Gosh, I feel so bad, honestly. Everybody's had to learn. And like I think it's important to be like patient. You know? Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's easy to lose your patience with people that don't get it right away, but it's understandable. It's understandable for people not to understand these concepts, because these ideas, because they're very foreign to them. And I get it. I get it. I take solace in that cis people probably don't even recognize the colors and flags on my pins. I think I might have mentioned this before. I don't know if it was during a stream. I had a friend who worked at Whole Foods, and you could wear like buttons and pins on your hat. And he was a trans dude, and I suggested, because he was getting like messed up that people kept misgendering him even though he was in the middle of his transition. I was like, you know what? You should wear pins that say he and him on your hat, and maybe people will get the picture. They did not get the picture, folks. They did not get the picture. They did not get the picture. One person like pointed at his hat at the pins and was like, "Is that a brand?" Yeah. No, people still called him ma'am, and did not understand why he had hats that said he and him. Or pins. He had multiple hats that said he and him. But, I mean, do cis people walk around with pins that say their pronouns? It's more common now, but I feel like that should be a dead giveaway, though. I feel like it should be, but you know, it's a new concept. Yeah, when you have like enough trans and queer friends, it all comes together, it all makes sense. Oh yeah, some people look at pronoun pins and know what they mean and actively misgender people. This sounds beautiful, but I can't. I could listen to that Silent Hill song for some reason. I could listen to Your Rain earlier while talking, but oh yeah. I think keeping pronouns, like whether you're cis or trans or what have you, in your bio is pretty beneficial. But I do know, like, people looking for fights, if they see pronouns in your bio, they automatically assume you are trans. Particularly, for some reason, they automatically assume you're a trans woman. Even if it says he, him. Or they. That's what the solidarity is for. That's the solidarity. That's the community. We out here. Yeah, part of me, man, I miss the days when I first started like posting on YouTube and stuff. I would just post things with my voice, and I would do like a deeper voice. It was more like what I'm. It's become my normal voice, actually. I talked in it enough, and people constantly were vexed and confused by my gender. They were like, "Are you a boy or a girl?" Constantly, and it gave me power. And I just remember my response, and it gave me so much power, was either, "Why do you need to know?" or "You don't need to know." Because it's true. Nobody needs to know what gender I am. Because I noticed, like, if people knew what gender I was, or people assumed I was one gender over another, they treated me different. If people thought I was a boy, like, they treated me completely different if they thought I was a 12-year-old boy than to, like, if they thought I was a 15-year-old girl. One of my friends purposely doesn't put pronouns in their bio to flex and make their cis followers deal. Oh my gosh. Which would you prefer? My response lately, like, I haven't gotten that "Are you a boy or a girl?" comment a lot. The most recent response lately has been either yes or no. Or nah. Or I just, if I am able to, I just link the song "It Is a Mystery." Or the "It's a Secret" song. Oh, hell yeah. Got some spooky Silent Hill music. Your friend is non-binary and uses they, them. If they're in situations where cis people are introducing themselves and include pronouns, they purposefully don't. God. See, I kind of want to. I want that energy. I want that energy. Should I skip this song? Yeah, that's a power play. That's a power play. I can't do a Shaq's voice. Extremely strong. Yeah, personally, I'm at the point where I don't mind what people call me. It's like I don't care. I don't care when people call me a boy or a girl. It's when people call me a girl, and it feels like they're doing that because they're mad at me, if that makes sense. If there's like misogynistic implications with calling me a woman. Oh, throw me that question. What is your question? That's what just chatting streams are for. Oh, that's right. This has words at the end. I don't want that. While we're here. Ooh, ooh. You have the choice to put your pronouns in your Slack name. Oh, like an outfit? Oh, hell yeah, this has the shopkeeper in it. Alphabet Mafia? I haven't even heard about that joke. Is it like... What is it? If queer people say it, good. You know, I don't know the, like, implications of this joke whatsoever. But that just reminds me of, like, the whole, like, haha, gay people can't drive. Oh, this face is bad. You can't see what I'm drawing right now, but that's good, because it's bad. I'm gonna close it. And I'm gonna start wrapping up whatever the heck I'm talking about. Let me scooch to the side here. Thanks. Okay. Oh god, the Down with Cis bus. That was funny as hell. Honestly. let me have a drink. Ah, yes. Yeah, the whole, like, gays can't drive joke has always, like, made me mad. I know where it comes from now, and that, like, makes it better. It came from, like, gays in San Francisco not knowing how to drive. Because it's California, I guess, and nobody knows how to drive in California. Freaking, that joke, like, among gays, especially, like, in California, that's a whole different story. Gay people can't drive was supremely funny when my gay friend made a joke in his stand-up about gays being good for combating climate change, and that's it for me. That's a funny joke. That's a funny joke. See, the gays can't drive joke was funny until me and a friend at work, when I still worked at in retail, were joking that I was the driving gay because I can drive, and among my friends, I am one of the only people who can drive. That's not true. Like, half of us can drive. Anyway, so we were joking that I'm the driving gay. And this dude we were talking to, who's a straight cis man, was like, "Oh, a gay who can drive, that's funny!" And I was just like, really? Really? And that made me mad. Another thing that bothers me, then this is like prevalent. This is just the hot take stream, I guess. Prevalent in the furry / gay community. The little bit of overlap is when people would make bottom jokes. Like, that's just another, like, form of misogyny, if you ask me. That's all that is. Oh, bottoms can't do math. Bottoms just can't do this, and you can't. Misogyny. It's just the whole semi-uke bullshit all over again. That's all it is. The whole semi-uke bullshit. It's dumb. It's also class related. Oh yeah. Yeah, if you live in San Francisco, you're taking the bus. Maybe. The transportation there was awful. We were having a great time, not thinking about that for years. The concept of typing personality traits to sexual positions is extremely weird and tired. Oh. Oh, yeah. Thibby, there is no phone. Then who was phone? That was a great timing with the music. Spotify, thank you for the prayer song from Silent Hill 3. It's turning into the other world right now. Sorry. Dude, what if I had an otherworld version of my room? How cool would that be? Every time a Silent Hill song comes on, it just... No. No. You unlocked a friend. Yay! You did! You got a friend! Oh, what else was I gonna say? I'm gonna say this to the evil chanting music. So, oh god. The whole, like, gaze keyboard mashing is the funniest thing to me. That's a funny joke. And it's true. Oh, I'm actually not drawing right now. I'm not drawing right now. I'm just chatting. I feel like there was more I had to say. Ugh. The keyboard mashing joke is real funny. It's true, Thibby. I shouldn't have brought up that whole thing. It's gonna get too not safe for work in here, but it's also like 9 right now. The only thing funnier than gay keyboard mashing is pointing that out to a gay friend that doesn't and they mash in response. Oh yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know. Honestly, if you ask me being non-binary or gay in general, just any type of queer, like that's just, it's kind of like, it's just a trait. It's not part of my personality. I do like expressing, like, my identity through my art a lot, but I don't know. I don't like making it part of my personality. Nah. Like more so when I was like first figuring out my identity and stuff. Yeah. Then that was like I was a lot louder about like I'm gay. Haha. But gotta go eat and prep for bed. Yeah, you know what? I should do that too. It's getting late. And I'm doing this biphasic sleeping thing where I go to sleep and then I wake up 4 hours later and I do something and then I go back to sleep. It's great. No, don't go. Oh no, now I'm pressured. I'm pressured to stay. I gotta do more just chatting streams even though I was actually drawing most of the time. The old meme where you jump off the kitchen counter and scream, "I'm gay!" That was a good Vine. Oh god. I'm just remembering a Vine that thing was like, oh god, there was also the I've got crippling depression. Oh god, Jordan. You said that and I thought you were that person who was here earlier who wouldn't stop asking me if I had seen specific movies, and I'm just like, stop. You guys are doing it on purpose now. Oh, you're so mean. The chat is bullying people. Meeting's banned now. Oh, God. Stop! Oh, I shouldn't be laughing. That's so mean. But man, when I say stay on topic and you don't, goodbye. I have watched Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. And I have watched Cats and Dogs. And Cats Don't Dance. Cats and Dogs is bad. Cats Don't Dance. It's alright. Yeah, you're making fun of someone. Don't make fun of them. Don't make fun. There was a Titanic cartoon? I'm gonna cry. Instead, I'm gonna replenish my tears with water. Yes. It may be a coffee mug, but it is water. There were two... Oh, yeah! Oh, now, something has lit up in my memory. I never watched it. We got tricked. We got tricked. Oh, God. Do you guys remember the Beetlejuice cartoon? So we were talking about this in my chat the other day. Do you guys remember the Beetlejuice cartoon? It was sick. I don't remember anything about it except the animation was good. In the intro, I don't know about the actual show. I loved the intro of that show. It was sick. It was good. And the music, I mean, I think that song was in the movie anyway. It was in the intro of the movie. I need to add some FFZ emotes. Oh. If I get enough subscriber points, I can add another emote. I don't know what I would add though. I kind of want to add a dab. Like maybe Silas dabbing. I mean, there's already Silas Champ. We need another Mixed Feelings character. The Beetlejuice cartoon finished airing like 6 years before you were born? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Making me feel so old. Who you calling Pinhead? Anyway. Perry doing the Macarena, that might be difficult. That might be a little hard to portray in a small emote. Oh man. I should make a state where I'm just jamming out, but I can't animate, so that's a problem. 4 frames? That's nothing. I'm not even animating this. There's like no transition frames in between, so. What's my favorite Final Fantasy job? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good question. Heck. I don't know, I like Black Mage. Because there are too many in Final Fantasy XIV. I don't even play it, but I know there are too many. Obviously, I like the Reaper in Final Fantasy XIV. That looks cool. Forget gender. What's your job? I like Black Mage a lot. I just love Lulu. I'm thinking about Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII doesn't really follow the, like, usual job archetype. Because there's, like, Vincent, who's, like, a gunman, but also a berserker. I know my least favorite job is Blue Mage. I don't ask me why. I hate Blue Mage. I just hate it. Like, as a gameplay mechanic, I hate it. It bothers me. It's like, oh, you wanna learn moves? You gotta suck them out. What? Dragoon's pretty cool. Dragoons are usually pretty weak though, aren't they? I like Dragoon. I like Sid. He's a cool Dragoon. He's a very not your typical Dragoon. Everyone is anything. I mean, I guess, what's Cloud? Swordsman. I don't know if that's the technical word for the job. Maybe someday I'll get into Final Fantasy VIII. It's just something about that battle system drove me up the wall. Maybe that'll be a fun stream someday in the future when we have more viewers. We can do like long plays of like Final Fantasy games I never played, which there are many. There are 13 that I have not played. I mean, all the way through. I tried 8. I tried 9. That's it. I couldn't. I got a good way. I got twice. I got through 9, like to the 3rd disc, and I got bored and then I stopped. 8, I didn't get that far, and I was just like fed up. I didn't like Squall. He annoyed me. I didn't like Renoa. She annoyed me. Quistis was pretty cool. I liked her. I didn't. What's his name? The guy with the tattoo on his face. I loved him. He was my favorite. Oh my god. Zell? Was that his name? He liked hot dogs. I loved him. That's the kind of character archetype I'm just really into. He's very cute. The idea of hot swappable character behaviors is taken to an extreme Materia could only dream of. Oh, that sounds scary. It's terrifying. Oh. I wanted to like 9. People like really love the characters of 9, but the only character I really like was invested in was Vivi. And even like Vivi was cute, and I was intrigued by their story, or his story. I don't know. Astrologian. I want to be a Reaper. I want to kill. Get me on record saying that. I want to kill. Let me murder. Let me reap the souls of the dead. 9 mechanically was awful. Like, the battle system sucked. It was turn-based. It had the ATB system, but for some reason it just so slow. I made it as fast as possible, but I felt like I had to wait 10 years for anything to happen. Listen, Reaper is... Yeah, it's obvious. I am literally the Grim Reaper. Of course I'm gonna... Of course I'm gonna be a Reaper. If there's a scythe, I'm gonna use it. Freaking... Have you seen my avatar in Destiny 2? I am literally death. I have a skull for a face. I have a skull for a face. Unfortunately, there aren't really scythes. There are sickles if you have stasis as a hunter, but I have a skull face. Learning abilities from equipment. That was a good mechanic. I liked that a lot. Yo, I have a humble brag about the friend I mentioned earlier when there's a Final Fantasy lull. Yeah. Lay it on me. Lay it on me. Honestly, I watched 1 or 2 episodes of Ruby. Wasn't a fan. You know, this is awful. Like, the fight scenes are great. The fight scenes are amazing, and I felt like that was where the show really like shined. Oh, cool. Thanks, Rainbow. Get me on record saying that I want to kill. My friend just out of the blue sent me the first episode of Ruby, and I watched it. I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. Did somebody make that in like Miku Miku Dance? And she was like, no, this was Rooster Teeth. And I was like, oh, I see. Montium does like, or did. Rest in peace, rest his soul. Wonderful, wonderful man. Did amazing fight sequences, like incredible, even before Ruby. And that's where that series like really shined. Anytime I saw any of those fight sequences, I was just like, wow! It was amazing. It was great. God. Ruby. Maybe someday I'll check it out, like, for real. It's one of those things. It felt too anime to me. A little too anime. We all know if anything is too anime, I can't watch it. A friend released a book earlier this year, and I saw a minute ago that it's currently got a popular post on the Anti-Work subreddit. Nice! Congratulations. Laziness does not exist. You know, I can understand that point. Yeah. Oh, is it still going? Is Ruby still going? Watching it out of, like, sheer determination to see it through. I've heard of that book? Oh, that's so cool. Small world. The world is small. Oh! That's my alarm to tell me to go to bed. This music is, turn it off. Turn it off. We don't need any of that night in the woods shit. Just kidding. Let's raid somebody. Anybody have any suggestions for a raid? If not, I'm gonna find someone. That's so cool. That's so cool that you've heard that. That's awesome. I feel like I've heard of that too, but it could just be imagining things. I'm gonna see if there's anybody I know, and if not, I'm gonna find. Shush. Is that Hachiko? I think Hachiko changed their name, or her name. Playing Parasite Eve. Does that sound like something anybody would want to watch? If not, I can look up a category and we can see who else is doing something. What should we look up? What should we search? What should we look? We can look at Dead by Daylight, Pokemon Sword and Shield, WarioWare, Resident Evil, No Man's Sky. Look at art. Parasite Eve? Should we do Parasite Eve? Good. You know what? Screw it. Let's go. We're gonna... Oh wait, I need to type it right. Yes. Yes. I hope you all have a great night. I will see you all on Saturday. Saturday night. We're gonna finish Resident Evil 7. Might be up pretty late. There's a bit left of the game. Oh, it's a subscriber only chat. You know what? Let's rescind that. Yeah, they might be trying to, like, privately stream. I don't want to disturb them. Anyways, have a great night, everybody. I'll see you Saturday.